Now you need to let the light shine. And Janie is the girl in our house because there's two little boys and a Mr. Fletcher, and so there's just me and Jane. And I miss all of you girls so much.
On September 2nd, 2022, Eliza Fletcher went for a morning jog in Memphis, Tennessee. By the end of the day, her life would be tragically cut short. What followed was a desperate search, an intense investigation, and an outpouring support. But Eliza's story is not just one of loss. It's a reminder of the violence women face every day. Eliza Fletcher, a 34-year-old mother, a kindergarten teacher, and an avid runner. She was also the wife to Richard Fletcher III. She was known for her warmth and kindness. On September 2nd, 2022, she vanished during an early morning run around 4 a.m. When she didn't return, her husband called the police. Immediately after, the police started an intensive investigation. The public and the police wanted her home safe. On surveillance footage, Eliza Fletcher was being chased by a man near the University of Memphis. A violent struggle broke out, and then she was forced into the passenger seat of a black SUV. Eliza's cell phone and water bottle were both discovered at the site of her abduction. Investigators also found a pair of Champion slide shoes, which they believe belonged to the abductor. Photos of the SUV were then released to the public to help track down the missing mother of two. Surveillance also captured the same SUV stalking the area where Eliza was taken just 24 minutes before the kidnapping. Officers spent days combing the area near where she disappeared, searching dumpsters, ponds, and parks. A witness told the police that they seen a man cleaning an SUV matching the SUV seen on surveillance. Cleotha Abston, also known as Cleotha Henderson, was convicted of kidnapping in 2000. He was later released from prison after 19 years. He kidnapped a Memphis attorney at only 16 years old. In 2021, he was charged with rape about a year before Eliza's kidnapping. He wasn't arrested on those charges because of a long delay in processing the sexual assault kit, authorities say. Cleotha Abston was arrested when police detected DNA on sandals that were found near the location that Eliza was last seen. Police also searched a dumpster and took a bag out as evidence near Cleotha Abston's brother's home. Cleotha Abston was arrested September 3rd, 2022, about 24 hours after Eliza's abduction. Investigators closed in on him when they found his car matching the description of the suspect's car in a parking lot near Cleotha's home. Officers found Cleotha nearby, where he tried to flee the scene, but he was arrested and taken in for questioning. On September 4th, 2022, the police announced that he had been charged with aggravated kidnapping and tampering with evidence. Later, they would then add 3 additional charges: identity theft, theft of property under $1,000, and fraudulent use of a credit card. Authorities said they found blood inside the car, leading them to believe Eliza suffered serious injuries. Cleotha's cell phone data showed his location at the scene of the abduction, and the slides that were found were tied to him through DNA and surveillance footage. He refused to tell the authorities where Eliza was or what happened to her. Eliza Fletcher's body was found dumped near an abandoned building 3 days later after her abduction on September 5, 2022. An autopsy later revealed that Eliza Fletcher suffered blunt force trauma to her right leg and was shot in the back of her head from an indeterminate range. On September 6, 2022, police confirmed that the body positively belonged to Eliza Fletcher. Police said when they were looking for Eliza, they noticed tire tracks in tall grass area that led to a vacant apartment. A search and rescue officer smelled an odor of decay. They also spotted a set of footprints in the nearby driveway of the premises. They then saw an unresponsive female lying on the ground. She was unalive on the scene. Police found Eliza's pair of Lululemon running shorts discarded in a trash bag nearby. A shell casing was also found. After the police found Eliza Fletcher's body, they then added new charges of first-degree unalive of Eliza Fletcher to Cleotha Abstinence charges. He was initially held on a $500,000 bond and made his first court appearance on September 6, 2022. On October 28, 2024, Cleotha Abstin pleaded guilty to the kidnapping and the unalive of Eliza Fletcher. Cleotha Abstin, now 40 years old, was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. Eliza Fletcher meant so much to so many, and her smile radiated happiness, energy, and comfort. Eliza Fletcher's story is part of a growing movement to ensure women's voices are heard and their safety is prioritized in both public policy and daily life. I would love to hear some of your theories down in the comments below. Here are what some people are saying on Reddit. 24 days ago, one Reddit user said, "I still think of this lady. I was a runner for around 20 years and she has the most innocent smile, and I could tell she was truly a good human being. I hope her family is doing okay." 20 days ago, another user said, "One of the hardest lessons to learn in life is that there is not always a why. Violence does not contain reason." Another Reddit user said, "I'm wondering if he pleaded guilty to avoid the unalive penalty. Good riddance." I'm glad the family was spared a trial, but I sincerely hope we are able to learn at some point why, from a criminology perspective. That's the best way women running in similar conditions can make protective choices. Here's the last one. I had been following this closely ever since it happened. I can't help feeling like he got off easy. The New York Times article explained that her family supported the plea deal, which I find honorable. Prisoners have their own internal justice system, and I trust they will sort this one out. Nonetheless, I hope her family can begin to heal, and I hope her friends help keep her memory and spirit alive for her kids. God bless. Eliza Fletcher's story is one of too many, but through our collective actions, we can ensure that her unalive was not in vain. The fight against violence towards women must continue, and it begins with all of us. As always, this is Mona Reeds.